Tell me about Love Hotel. I heard you met a really great guy on there.
I did. I'm in LA, so we had a little rendezvous last night.
Oh, how did that go?
Really well. He's a great guy. So I was shocked. The network calls me and they go, Countess, we want to do a show with you, a dating show, first ever for Bravo. And what kind of guys do you like, first of all? Second of all, we're going to send you away for 3 weeks and we're going to pay you. I'm like, okay, done. So they brought around really great guys. I was really impressed by their casting. I mean, these guys were vetted very heavily. And, and that's great because, they know who we are, but the guys didn't really know who we were, which is great.
Were they Housewives fans before?
No.
That's good.
So they had no preconceived notions of who we are, which is so much better, It's like Googling somebody before you go on a date, right? Yeah. You already know stuff, which maybe is not who they actually are.
And a lot of stuff, because there's a lot.
There's a lot out there, especially on me. So I was so happy to know that they didn't know who we were.
And just talk to me about the dynamic between the four girls, because it's you, it's Shannon, Giselle, and Ashley. How did that foursome go?
It went really well because we were each other's wingmen, really. It was really more about the drama between the men. I had a couple guys fighting over me. Yes, I did.
Not surprised at all, Luann.
And so it's really about that dynamic, and the drama kind of lies within the dating pool of guys. But, we have our moments because, sometimes somebody likes somebody too. I mean, the same guy.
So how does it work? Are you all vying for the same guy, or is there like guys set for you, guys set for Shannon, etc.?
And then when I come back to see you, we're going to talk more about the Love Hotel because I can't really tell you that much about it. But just that it's coming out next spring.
And there's a little bit of competition.
There's some competition. Of course there is. Put me in a room with plenty of guys and, it's raining men. Hallelujah.
You love your boys, don't you?
I do. I'm always in trouble with a boy.
And I do remember you said you wanted 2024 to be your year of love.
Yes.
Do you feel like you've accomplished that this year?
Absolutely.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm dating, so not specifically the Love Hotel guy. I can't tell you that, but I can tell you this, that it's 2024. I've got a month or so to go, right? And I've got a lot of options. So I figure I've manifested love in 2024.
You've been hanging out in LA with former Beverly Hills housewife, Crystal, I saw yesterday.
Yeah, Crystal
Who
Mako.
Who else are you friends with in LA from the
Oh
Housewives
gosh,
franchise?
I know them all. I'm going to have drinks with Lisa Rinna tonight. And
Now to be a fly on the wall for those drinks.
Oh my God. Well, listen, I've been friends with her since the beginning, and she was in Feelin' Giovanni in my music video. Cynthia Bailey as well. I love Cynthia. I have my faves. Kyle is another fave of mine, and I was at Kathy Hilton's the other night for her holiday party, and so I know them all. Love the girls. Sonia was with me the other day in LA. Dorinda and I speak all the time. Ramona's birthday was the other day, so I put out Instagram out on all her beautiful moments we had together on the show. And so, I see all the girls really. And, it's like a big Housewives family. We're like cousins, we're discombobulated cousins.
Families are.
But aren't we all? So, but when we see each other, it's like, hey, because we're just family, from BravoCon to, all the work we do promoting the show and getting together. And a lot of girls come through New York, like Meredith Marks is coming through with her caviar. Love her for that. We love a housewife who does caviar. And, like Shannon Medora is coming through. We're doing pickups for the Love Hotel. So Giselle and Ashley will be there as well. So I get to see a lot of the girls, which I love.
Now, would you do another Real Housewives New York legacy season if they ask?
I always say I'll get to that bridge I'll cross it when I get to the bridge. I am so happy doing other shows for the network, like Crappie Lake, that's still streaming. Love Hotel's coming out. I have other projects in the works. So let's see what happens. I always say maybe, right? Because then you can think about it, right? Never say yes or no, say maybe.
We mentioned the Golden Bachelorette. Would that be ever something you could do, I guess?
Well, we kind of did it. But with more housewives. Yeah. But who can charm the socks off the Countess? I'd like to know.
What do you think the future holds for you and Bravo now?
Listen, I have the Love Hotel coming out. Bravo is my family. And I'm working on other projects and other music. Of course, I'm working on music all the time for touring. I'm writing stuff down all day long because I'm like, oh, that was funny. And I use it in my show. And so, working on more music, more shows for the network, or possibly other networks. Maybe a Christmas special, of my cabaret tour around the world, which would be amazing.
Love that.
Right.
Would you ever go back
Behind
on
the scenes of Countess Cabaret.
We love that.
Yeah.
Would you ever go back on the show as like maybe a friend of?
Again, I don't know, maybe.
What about another season of you and Sonia's spin-off? New Town, perhaps?
Yes. We're hoping that's going to happen soon. I think they're looking for the right time.
Now, I want to cut to Andy Cohen. I recently watched you on Watch What Happens Live, and during Let Your Freak Flag Fly, you let a tiny little snippet of something that happened with Hugh Grant.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that story?
Well, listen, a girlfriend of mine called me and she said, Hugh Grant is at Pierre's, a restaurant in the Hamptons. I said, no, I'll be right over. So I call and I say, get the table, and I know the owner, Pierre. So I said, get the table right next to Hugh Grant. So I brought my family over. My brother was visiting. I said, let's go. So I said, sit me right behind him. So I sit behind him, and then I push out my chair really fast. So I bump into him. Flirting 101. Bump into him, then I turn around and, oh, so sorry. He goes, oh, that's okay. And he knows who I am because he knows Andy. So I go, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I buy you a shot? I say, I feel terrible.
Not a drink, a shot.
Yes. And he goes, okay, but I'll come and have a shot with you if you do one with me. So before you know it, we're having shots and making out heavily at the table. So that's the story of Hugh Grant.
That is the best story.
My brother was like, I can't believe you're making out with Hugh Grant. I said, neither can I.
At the table?
At the table. Well, we were kind of tipsy at that point.
Oh, shots with Hugh Grant. Who could say no?
That's right.
And Jimmy Fallon was there?
Well, Jimmy Fallon's always a purist. He wasn't there that night, but I see him a lot for like brunch and stuff. He goes a lot.
Oh my! Is there a celebrity that you've come close to and it didn't go through?
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Who was it? Got into an elevator with him. Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler?
Sexy girlfriend. So I kind of tried my best, but he kind of had a girlfriend that was there. So you can only try.
Can only try.
Can always go home, empty-handed. But I always try.
No regrets. At least you tried.
While you can.